The Gina and Matty podcast.
Now, regular listeners of the show will know that I made a great big sporting comeback this year.
Well, we talk about your injury a lot, don't we?
Strapped up the boots, put some shin pads on and made my 24-year comeback to the soccer fields.
And did very well. Didn't you get player of the match?
I did. 2 assists. We won 3-0. I was meant to play last night and I shot a message into the WhatsApp group that said this was at 6 o'clock. Kickoff was meant to be at 8:20.
Yeah.
Said, gents, I wanted to give myself as close to kickoff as possible, but I've got a frozen neck/shoulder situation where I can't even turn my head that isn't getting any better. It's from sleeping on a hellish Airbnb bed and pillow. I have to rule myself out of tonight, unfortunately, due to a sleeping injury. FML, sorry, gents. And then Shane wrote back, he's like, Matty, there's no game tonight, it's next week. I was like, okay, great.
I love that so much.
The body didn't pull up great after the first game. And then we got an email from Chris, and it says, hi, I've been listening to Matty describe his aching body after playing football now for the past few weeks. I have been banging on about it.
You have, yeah.
Just wondering if you could pass on the below information about walking football. Yes, it's a thing. So instead of reading the rest of it, I thought go straight to the source, get Chris on the line. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Matty. How are you?
Mate, look, hamstrings are tight, groin's a little sore, neck's buggered, but other than that, I'm great. How are you?
Very good. You sound like you're well suited to playing walking football with us.
Now, can you please tell me and everyone on the coast what is walking football?
Walking football is a team sport primarily for women 40 plus, men 50 plus, but we take people of all ages.
Mm-hmm.
It is a version of football where you walk, you don't run, so there's no heading, no tackles from the side or behind, and any ball that goes over the goal height or shoulder height is a free kick, so that we try and make it as safe as possible.
I love this.
And it significantly reduces the risk of injury for people.
Chris, are you allowed to run? Because what if you can see that ball and you know you can run faster than old mate who's next to you?
You can't run.
You're not allowed to run. Because it must be...
No running.
It must take a bit of adjusting mentally to go, oh, hang on, don't run, because your instinct is to run to try and get there first.
That's right. We all take a bit of time to adjust, but you soon learn it. And what it does is it makes it a much more skillful game because you have to pass the feet. And what we're really trying to do is to ensure that there is much less incident of injuries in our sport. Yeah, and let's face it, as you get older, it takes longer to recover.
Well, that's exactly right. That's the thing that I am noticing, where all jokes aside, like clicking over into my 41st year, an injury that I used to be able to bounce back from after a week takes a month, you know, like, right. and you want to stay on the pitch and be as fit and healthy as possible. So whereabouts on the coast are you doing Central Coast walking football, Chris, if anyone's interested?
We play walking football 8:30 in the morning on Sundays and Tuesdays at Soccer Fives, which is 1 Bryant Drive in Tuggerah.
Okay, brilliant. And what is it? 6-a-side? Is it 5-a-side? How does it work?
We can play any number we like that fits the field.
Mm-hmm.
Some fields that are suited for 5-a-side, some 6, some even 7-a-side. So we can flex the numbers based on the numbers that turn up, and we just figure out a way so that everybody gets to play at the same time. We find that 4-a-side works really well because everybody gets to touch the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And even inexperienced players are past the ball regularly in that format. 5-a-side works well too. And from 5-a-side plus, you kind of think, well, maybe we need to have a goalkeeper occasionally to create a bit more room on the field.
Chris, I love what you're doing here, mate. If anyone is interested, you can check it out, centralcoastwalkingfootball.com.au. The one thing I did notice about registering playing football and soccer again is how expensive it is. And how good's this? For skills and social matches, every Tuesday, $5 and Sunday from $10. Like, that is so good. So that's centralcoastwalkingfootball.com.au. I've committed to the gents this year, Chris, to play the old over 35s. But you know what? If I don't pull up great at the end of this season, you might be seeing me next year, mate.
Awesome. Well, we have a tournament early in March next year, so why don't you and Gina come down? and participate.
Oh, that sounds like an absolute dream. Chris, you hang there. We'll keep in touch. Get all your details and we can work something out.
The Gina and Matty Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.